It is gonna be Goldfishiess next. Expose Goldfishiess next. Jan, Podema, Feb, Jake, March, Camgeyser, April, Goldfishiess. What if I told you that one of your favorite Roblox animators is getting accused of some incredibly horrible stuff, and compared to a Roblox YouTuber who committed much worse things and got away with it? So if you don't already know, Goldfishiess, otherwise known as ooferguide, is a Roblox animation YouTuber who makes very similar content to that of PM Damien. He has over 1.9 million subscribers and has a very big impact on the Roblox YouTube Shorts audience. Anyway, ever since I have talked about other YouTubers such as Podema, Camgeyser, and PM Damien, I have been getting constant comments either talking negatively about Goldfishiess or them making the insane prediction that Goldfishiess will be the next Roblox Diddy or something. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but it is genuinely something that another YouTuber, PM Damien, has been putting up with for the past 2 months. In my last video, I talked about the problem with people attacking PM Damien and the false allegations that are being spread about him, and because Goldfishiess was friends with Podema, they have also been giving him a hard time. I'm not 100% sure if Podema fans are behind the mass hate, but whoever is fueling this fire is now directing it towards Goldfishiess. However, before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe with notifications on to help me reach 50,000 subscribers and to never miss an upload on my channel ever again. Remember that I told you guys before how I've been getting comments disrespecting Goldfishiess and acting like he is a bad person? Yeah, well, Parlo has been dealing with the exact same thing, and on 26th of February 2025, he would post a video titled "The Roblox YouTuber Goldfishiess Drama is Bad." Parlo would start this video off by explaining how Goldfishiess has been facing endless harassment since Podema got exposed.
So recently, just with the PM Damien situation, the massive Roblox animation YouTuber Goldfishiess with almost 2 million subscribers has also been facing large waves of harassment from people either attempting to slander him as a and claiming that he will be the next person exposed, or attacking him for cutting ties with Podema and claiming that he is a traitor.
Some important context to note about the situation is the friend group that consisted of Camgeyser, Podema, Binky Doge, PM Damien, and last but not least, Goldfishiess. This would all start in January of 2025 when Roblox YouTuber Podema would be exposed by Parlo for having inappropriate relations with a 12-year-old girl when he was 16, as well as him sending mass harassment and hate towards YouTubers like Parlo and Puss. And because 2 of the 5 members of that friend group have been exposed, it led some fans to believe that the innocent members of the group were also guilty, which would ultimately force the innocent members of the group to speak up about the Podema situation and if they are still friends. One of the YouTubers that felt forced to speak about it was Goldfishiess. He would state this in a comment: "Just because Podema did it, please don't attack us Shorts animators for this. We are not related to what's going on his end," which was followed by a lengthy community post by Goldfishiess expressing outrage and disappointment towards Podema after he got exposed for being a horrible person. However, this community post would also mention one key detail: that Goldfishiess was cutting Podema off for good. And to put it lightly, Podema fans did not like this. I mean, I did mention earlier that because of creators like Podema and Camgeyser, it has led people to even comment on my channel talking crap about PM Damien and Goldfishiess and spreading false allegations about them, which are obviously not true. However, I'm guessing that because of Roblox Animation's predominantly young fan base, unfortunately after disassociating with Podema, it has caused children to comment on Goldfishiess' channel, calling him a traitor for making this decision. I will get back to what I think about this later, but for now keep that in mind. Even prompting some kids to comment on Goldfishiess' channel saying that they hate him because he cut Podema off, with the exact same type of people commenting on Goldfishiess' channel claiming Podema's innocence when that is clearly untrue and just shows you what type of fans Podema has. After the constant hate comments and harassment caused by Podema fans, Goldfishiess would feel the need to get into contact with Parlo, the YouTuber who exposed Podema, about what he had been going through since his old friend got exposed.
Now the situation got even worse too, because Goldfishiess had contacted me a couple of days ago telling me how sad he was with the sheer amount of people flooding his comment sections with the baseless claim that he was some sort of just because a friend of his who did similar content was exposed for committing a third-degree felony. Like, how genuinely nonsensical is that?
These people are clearly children, and I think that is the main problem with this situation. Podoma will literally have voice proof of both him and the victim admitting that everything was true, a Parlo video exposing him getting over 1 million views, and yet these kids who make up most of these guys' audience will ignore all of this if it means not being able to watch a new Podoma short. And it sucks. We can't do anything about it except preach that people like PM Damien and Goldfishiess are innocent, while also trying to set the record straight that your favorite animator Podoma is an evil person behind the screen, and living in denial is doing nothing but helping him get away with it. And I think Parlo would put it perfectly.
First, to accuse someone of such a serious term like that would need actual proof, and second, the only proof that these people have was that Goldfishiess was quote-unquote friends with Podoma. But even Goldfishiess states himself that him and Podoma weren't actually that close of friends. Now, Goldfishiess had consulted me in DMs and stated that he literally just turned 17 years of age, meaning that he was 16 when Podoma was initially exposed. Furthermore, he even states that he has never had a relationship in his life, and the last girlfriend he had was in elementary school. He even went on to clarify that he never illicit images or did anything whatsoever. And let me make the clarification that Goldfishiess can't exactly prove that he is innocent, because the claims against him to begin with are completely baseless. He can't exactly debunk allegations against him that literally have no proof behind them in the first place.
Which is true. If Podoma fans want to spread misinformation about Goldfishiess, and if they are big enough of a group who are doing this, there is really nothing Goldfishiess can do except reach out to people like Parlo so that he could potentially send the message for him, which is also why I'm making this video. Goldfishiess doesn't deserve this, and it's so funny that the guilty YouTubers like Podoma get away with it, while the innocent ones like Goldfishiess and Damien are getting sent threats in their comments and receiving mass hate for purely making a morally right decision to cut off Podoma. Goldfishiess would then go on to prove to Parlo, which he didn't really have to if we are being real, that him and Podoma were purely in contact with each other for content and that they weren't really friends behind the scenes.
Goldfishiess goes on to prove in my DMs, however, that he and Podoma only first spoke on April of last year when his channel started taking off, and that he didn't know much about Podoma beforehand, and still to this day he doesn't know much about him. Goldfishiess even goes on to show his final DMs with Podoma from January the 13th, 2025, proving that he doesn't have Podoma added anymore, nor does he speak to him. In the DMs, it shows Goldfishiess stating that he is being attacked because of Potoma's actions, while also stating that, quote-unquote, I never got an answer to why you admitted it, but if it's just you thinking that is fine, then people will think it's wrong. To which Potoma states that his response will be out soon, obviously referring to his horrible community post statement, and then Potoma follows up by asking Goldfishiess if what he did was wrong, once again indirectly admitting to the situation and not denying it whatsoever. Goldfishiess goes on to clarify that he doesn't wish to speak about the Potoma situation anymore, despite literally everyone still spamming him to this day about his opinions, and he also states that the comments, despite making him sad, are also annoying and dumb too.
Just like I said in my PM Damien video, Goldfishiess has been getting compared to Podoma, a Roblox animation channel exposed by Parlo for having inappropriate relationships with a 12-year-old when he was 16, which is not just immoral but extremely illegal too. Podoma is a disgusting human being, and maybe I would have the tiniest slither of respect for him if he decided to be a good person for once and take accountability for his actions. But after admitting it in private and getting exposed for it, he decided to go back on his word, releasing a very shit and vague response to the allegations, with his own parents going on to threaten my friends Parlo and Puss for doing nothing wrong but speaking the truth on what Podoma did. But Goldfishiess, just like PM Damien, is an innocent and talented Roblox animation YouTuber who doesn't deserve the amount of hate he's getting. And don't worry guys, I have a theory as to why they're getting caught in the crossfire like this. The problem with Roblox animation is you have people like me who might see it here and there and have respect for the amount of time, effort and skills that go into making a Roblox animation. But then you have kids around the age of 5 to 13 who, I would guess, watch these animations released religiously, and fair enough, it's good content that if made by the right person is safe to consume. But the real issue is they get hooked onto this content, and unfortunately, since some animation YouTubers like to do very bad things, they will get exposed. But the fans who like them for their content simply can't understand or accept the fact that their favorite YouTuber committed such horrible things. But as always, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy content like this, please make sure to subscribe with notifications on, join my Discord in the top link in the description or the pinned comment, and if you want to watch something similar to this, click the video on screen now.